let us discuss the cost of production and concept of revenue. Now, as you know that the firm's objective is to earn maximum profit. The economic goal of any firm industry is to maximize its profit. Now, how can they maximize their profit? That is, whatever the cost of production is there plus profit, that is the MRP, that is market price of that particular product. Now let us understand what is production, right? Production is step by step conversion of raw material into finished goods and services demanded by the consumer who are ready to pay the price for that. Utilities are generated. Now in short, production can be transformation of raw material into finished goods. Now firm's profit is often termed as the producer's surplus. It is the total seller is paid minus cost. Profit equals total revenue less total cost, right? Whatever the cost of production is there plus profit would be the price, or else you can tell that profit equals total revenue, that is market price less total cost. Total cost refers to cost of production. Now why this cost of production is very helpful and what kind of importance it has in the entrepreneur's mind? Let us understand very clearly. Number one, that is helps firm to decide the price of its commodity. Now what should be the exact price of the commodity? Provides guideline to maximize the profit of the firm. Now once if the cost of production is clearly understood and the profit is understood, with various combination different kind of price can be set up in order to maximize the profit. Marginal cost is useful to explain maximum profit. In this chapter we will understand what is marginal cost. Marginal cost is additional cost that a firm incurs by an additional production. That we'll discuss it later. And the concept of marginal cost is helpful to understand the behavior of the firm. What is the behavior of the firm? What kind of demand is there? All these things can be known with the help of marginal cost. The concept of cost and the revenue play an important role in taking decisions like what amount of factors of production are invested by firms, how much the employment is given, what amount of production is and investment is done. See, once if the cost is been known and the revenue you can know, then you can make investment, savings, employment, extra production or excess, you can meet excess demand. All these things you can be known. The concept of opportunity cost is important to know the alternative uses of factors of production in marginal economics, because you have studied economic deals with the scarcity of resources. So in order to earn maximum profit, the best alternative use should be adopted. So opportunity cost helps in deciding the best alternative available among of all. Concept of monetary cost is useful to give guideline for the administration of the firm. Monetary cost is that in terms of money or in terms of dollar, what is the actual cost of that product. Now let us understand that what are the various classification of production cost. One is fixed cost, variable cost, total cost, average fixed cost, average variable cost, average cost and marginal cost. See, all these costs are very important to an entrepreneur to understand that there are variety of cost. Now let us understand, other than that there are short run cost, long run cost, that also you need to understand. Let us quickly have look regarding these kind of cost. Suppose if I talk about various concepts of cost, the first one is short run cost. They have a short term tenure, matlab they are very for a short kind of duration, usually up to 1 year. Short run itself says that the period is very short and maximum up to 1 year. The cost incurred on material operating expenses like cost of labor and utilities like power, water, etc. are known as short term costs. These kind of costs are very short. Long run cost, these are the costs whose benefit tenure extended for a longer period of time in future. The benefit what you avail from long run cost is not for a shorter duration, but the time duration is little longer, right? Maximum up to 10 years. The cost incurred on the research and development and training of employment are the examples of long run cost. Fixed cost remains as fixed because the name itself says it is fixed, so it will remain the fixed whatever the kind of production you incur. If you produce 1000 units, the fixed cost remains the same. If you produce 0 units, the cost remains still the same. So that is why it is known as fixed cost. Fixed costs remain fixed as per unit of the time rather than the volume of production. It does not deal, as long as the production is increased and the fixed cost is increased. No, it does not happen like that. What is happening is that whether the production whatever kind of production you make, you need to have fixed cost by default. Such cost remains fixed irrespective of volume of production. Depreciation on machinery, salary, interest, etc. are fixed cost. Even the insurance premium, it is fixed cost. Now let us understand what is variable cost. Now a variable cost, those costs vary with the volume of production of variable cost. Cost of material, direct labor, power consumption cost, etc. are variable costs. Now see this table where you can see that with the increase in the production, what is happening? The cost is increasing. It means that suppose if the production is little lower, the cost incurred will also be lower. As and when the production is rising from 10,000 to 60,000, what you can see is over here the cost is also rising. It varies with the production. The examples are raw material, right? As and when you produce more, you require more raw material. As a result, raw material is variable cost. Now total cost, it is the sum of fixed cost plus variable cost. Now TC equals to FC. FC stands for fixed cost and VC stands for variable cost. Please see this diagram where you can see fixed cost is parallel to x-axis because irrespective of whatever the production you make, their cost is fixed. As a result, they are termed as fixed cost, and as a result, it is parallel to x-axis. Now, please understand what is variable cost. Variable cost is, with the increase in the production, the cost is increasing, and total cost is the summation of fixed cost plus variable cost. Please understand that total cost and variable cost will never intersect, and total cost will always be greater than VC. The reason is that it has the summation or it has the addition of fixed cost. Now let us understand what is average cost. It indicates the per unit cost at different level of production activities per unit, whatever the average we take out, that's the reason it is called as average cost. Marginal cost, it is defined as the change in the total cost with one additional unit increase or decrease in the quantity produced. Whatever the additional you are producing, because of that there is a change in the cost and it is termed as marginal cost. Now opportunity cost, a benefit profit or the value of something that must be given up to achieve something else is called opportunity cost. Opportunity cost can also be uh, explained as the best foregone benefit, whatever you are leaving to gain something. So that is called as opportunity cost. Now let us understand what is implicit cost. An implicit cost is any cost that has already occurred but it is not necessarily shown or reported as a separate cost. Implicit is there but it does not have existence. A separate existence is not there. It has been summed up with other cost. Now let us understand what is sunk cost. The cash outflow incurred currently which cannot be reversed at later stage. The government stamp duty or registration fees etc. By default you need to pay certain kind of cost, that is cost as cost. Now let us understand other than this is the real cost. The concept of real cost is given by the classical economist, and it represents the main factor of production, land and labor, but with the passage of time their importance is being drained out or depleted, right. Now one more that is there, monetary cost. The concept of monetary cost is useful today in terms of price determination because the real cost and opportunity cost has many limitation. As a result, monetary cost has come into existence. The producers having aim of maximum profit, and that can be known with the help of real cost. The cost of production in terms of money is known as monetary cost. Now I have just discussed various concepts of cost. In case if you have any doubt, please let me know. Thank you.